From a change in parking to the types of stores, today the Country Club Plaza's new owners laid out their next steps for this iconic piece of Kansas City. My co-anchor Gian Kim is out at the plaza tonight. Hey, Gian.
Well, good afternoon, Caitlin. Lots of exciting and brand new visions for the Country Club Plaza right here. But before we get to all of that, there are already changes underway. I mean, I just came out here maybe about an hour and a half ago, and we already saw several of the officers patrolling up and down the sidewalks. And this is really important because safety and security was one of the top priorities that our viewers submitted to us online through our survey, and that I also heard from the businesses right here on the plaza today. But I know with a big project like this, there are still so many questions that are left to be answered.
How are they going to beef up security?
Are they going to get some places to come back?
If it's going to change the culture, the climate.
That's why KSHB 41's Caroline Hogan brought those questions to the plaza's new owners today, as well as Kansas City Mayor Quentin Lucas. She now joins me live on the plaza. Caroline, what do they have to say about all this?
Gian, it's a really exciting day, especially as someone who's from Kansas City. But besides announcing the return of Micosina, the Highland Park Village partners say they are committed to reviving the jewel of Kansas City and making sure that it shines bright just like it did in the past for years to come.
You can see today, security has already changed.
Security, local food and retail.
We feel like we can really bring back a local emphasis on cuisine.
You can't even go down there today and buy a Coke anywhere. I mean, there's no convenience there whatsoever. So we do plan on bringing a small grocer back in.
And cleaning up.
And we plan on refacading a lot of the old buildings and taking it back.
Those are the three big areas the new owners of the Country Club Plaza, Highland Park Village partners, are planning to tackle first.
This is a group that is committed to the future, not just to the plaza, but also Kansas City.
The plaza holds a special place in Kansas City's heart. So we asked the questions you wanted to hear.
My question would be if they're going to focus on bringing restaurants and high-end shopping back to this area and filling all these empty retail spaces.
One big difference is going to be we are going to bring some luxury in, but also you're missing a lot of contemporary brands here that would be very popular in this market.
I think from a parental standpoint, maybe security-wise, how are they going to beef up security?
We'd like to work on a substation here. We'll pull our security office up out of a basement and put it at street level so people can see there is a security presence and cameras are being watched.
If it's going to change the culture, the climate, just keeping it within the interest of Kansas City and the interest of its citizens is really important.
My mom is from Kansas City. Grew up coming here in the summer. It's important to our family on both sides, and it's just such a special place.
And as for a timeline?
Give me 120 to 180 days to give some good news.
Very exciting. The team pointed out that these improvements actually start today. Gian, just like you mentioned, there have already been security officers walking down these streets. They're going to beef up that security. And like you, I've seen them around here too. Reporting live on the plaza, Caroline Hogan, KSHB 41 News.
Caroline, thank you so much for that live report. But like Caroline just said, HP Village vowed to bring local food and beverage vendors by fall of this year, right? And as for the buildings themselves, they're going to be investing more than $100 million into improving some of the basic infrastructure. So we're talking about water, we're talking about sewage. And after talking to some of the businesses here on the plaza today, they tell me it is an improvement that is much needed if we're going to think about longevity.
Ice Cream Bay is coming up on its third year at the Country Club Plaza. Manager Joey Daniels says being in the heart of an iconic neighborhood was a great business move.
It's like one of the little bits.
With the announcement of the plaza's new ownership, security improvements are top of mind.
Places like right next door have gotten hit by robberies and stuff, so it's definitely a little concerning.
Recently, late-night motorcycles have become an issue as well, and Joey thinks a curfew for those 21 and under could be an option.
They don't care anymore. They just don't seem to care at all.
This is a variety of different things that we've done.
We stopped by another locally owned business, 3DHQ. Owner Nick Nicka has similar concerns with theft and break-ins on the rise. He's happy to hear about the additional 100 to 150 cameras.
This morning as I was walking in, I actually encountered. I saw an armed guard just walking through. I was like, hey, how you doing? I thought it was a very pleasant addition to it.
Another priority Nick values are basic infrastructure improvements, something the new owners promised investing over $100 million into fixing.
I don't know if you noticed when you walked in here, the smell that you encountered. The sewer water leaks, we deal with that.
As far as adding in residential units and office spaces, both welcome any new developments and events that will generate foot traffic.
You have residential and you have office. Well, those people, they want to go grab lunch on the plaza. They're going to walk around, and that's more opportunities for them to walk around. I mean, selfishly for us, our business is so based on, eyes on the product.
Especially for like the plaza lights and then the art fair, whenever big events come, then we get a bunch of people coming in.
The new management also told us today that they're going to be taking each building one by one as they evaluate and assess them. Now, they also plan to change parking to diagonal parking. They plan on breaking down streets, rolling out curbs, and they will be releasing a full landscape plan by fall of this year. We'll be able to bring you those updates as we get them both on air here and online, so stay with us on KSHB 41. We'll send it back to the studio. Caitlin.
All right, a lot of changes coming. Thanks so much for the live coverage tonight, Gian.